Hello everyone, welcome to The Reaper's Game. We're talking about The World Ends With You, the animation, not the video game or anything like that. I'm Strangely Entertaining. We have Static Dreads over here, and then we got Kelz up there, Kaiju Kelz, and then we got Zog right over there on my screen.
Strange, I want you to know.
What?
From the bottom of my heart.
You know what? Come on, bring it on. I already know. Let's talk.
I believe in your idiocy.
Mm-hmm. You don't think there's a method to the madness?
Bruh,
I'm sure there is. I just worry.
No, he's quoting your show.
I got
quoting beat. Beat-o!
Beat it too.
Anyways,
I just want you to know I finally made the perfect creation myself. That was the best line of the whole show.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna be completely real with you guys right now. I started watching this show. I got like a few episodes in, got extremely bored, and just decided to look up what the game was about.
So
I went down a rabbit hole of things.
You did.
I know the story. I know what happens. I did not finish the show.
First off, for shame. Second off, I predicted this. I had a couple of predictions. I was like, okay, I think Kelz is going to be like
committed.
Yeah, you know. I thought Static.
I don't want to, but I'll finish this.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. And Static would have probably been like, eh.
That's right. I am like, eh.
I predicted
Not again.
that Zog was going to be, I just got bored, didn't finish it. I called it. I
at least looked up what the story was.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Info.
Hey, fair is fair. I did the same thing with Shira. If we're just letting it all hang out today, I was like,
bitch, you lied to me.
Speaking of fair is fair, Strange, we're talking about The World Ends With You, the animation that came out just in 2020, about a game from the DS, the 3DS.
I think.
So the game,
2007,
the original game,
came out.
Yep.
Give us the spiel.
All right. So the Nintendo DS, Square Enix is like, we got to capitalize on this, right?
What's the Nintendo DS?
It's a
What is Square
Nintendo DS.
Okay.
Look,
Anyway,
we can't go in that
Talk
depth.
about a
Okay.
fucking rabbit hole.
Proceed.
All right. Years later, in the year of our Lord, about 2020, 2019, something like that, we get this thing. Get this thing right here. It's a
What
little
is
remake.
that thing?
You're right. I needed to say something
can't
for the
see.
audience people. The audio people.
And I thought I was the drunk one.
We got a Switch, kind of remaster or something of the other.
Basically
Isn't it
remake.
exactly a remaster on Switch?
Exactly.
The
That's
controls
exactly
are
what
different.
it is. Yeah. So instead of touching the DS screen, which is what the original had you do, you instead can either touch the Switch in handheld mode, the screen, or you can use the Joy-Con and flick around and stuff like that.
Man, total tangential side note. Thank
Okay.
God that the Switch has ascended to both console and handheld status, where we can get a bunch of wonderful games from the Wii and DS era, and can finally use optional basic ass controls with it. We don't have to use touch if we don't want to. We don't have to use motion controls if we don't want to.
You're telling me if
And
I
the
get
replay
Ultimate
value is
Tenkaichi Dragon Ball Z, I don't have to take both the Switch controllers and form a Kamehameha and push it like I'm trying to do the weirdest thing ever? You're saying I don't have to do that?
No, I
You don't, but you certainly do, no matter what the game is. You have to thrust your hands into the sky and demand...
It's Dragon Ball Z. Why would you not do that?
Demand the universe, give them your power. Whether or not it works or not in game, it does in fact make a difference.
It makes me feel better.
But The World Ends With You starts as a DS game about, what's the premise? What's the premise for me?
Well, all right. So the basic plot synopsis is you have these children, this cast of children, and let me pull up the character sheet. Hold on.
Anime, so I imagine children.
You have
yes.
Neku, Shiki, Joshua, Beat, and Rhyme, and yes, those are their names. Neku being our main character. He's the main character you play as in the game as well. And you kind of follow them, and you learn a couple of things, like everybody's dead. So they have to play.
Mostly
what you're saying is-
everyone's dead.
Mostly everybody's dead, and you
So
have
what
to
you're
play.
saying is you have Sora, Kari, Ventus, Aqua. Sorry.
I mean, you play though, but they actually made an appearance in Dream Drop Distance. I kid you not. It was the starter town.
Well, same studio made both games,
Yep.
so
Square Enix. So like, it was so weird because when I first played Dream Drop Distance, I'm like, who the heck are these characters? What's a Neku? Also, the thing he wears is not a tampon; it's a music player. I just thought I'd specify.
Never thought that. Never.
A lot of people think
never
that. though.
crossed my mind.
A lot of people have
Lord.
said, like, is that a
I'm-
tampon he's
I'm a
wearing?
little upset that that sentence had to be said because of how widely spread that was.
It was.
I'm mad that that sentence came out of your mouth. Jesus.
Yeah. I'm also mad you played this before you played Kingdom Hearts.
No, I didn't actually. I played
By
Kingdom Hearts
virtue of him
before
not
this.
knowing who these characters were when he made it to Dream Drop Distance, which
I know.
what a
Yeah.
game to get to. Anyway, yeah, he clearly didn't play. He played Kingdom Hearts first, or
Yeah.
knew of Kingdom Hearts first.
Okay, I thought you
Um,
said you
No.
didn't know.
Other way
like you
around.
Okay,
No, yeah.
gotcha.
Other way, yeah.
They,
Flip flop.
that the dream what the fuck, the World Ends With You characters showed up in cameo
Yep.
in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance for the DS,
Which was the DS? Yeah, which I didn't
3DS,
play that. That was
or whatever
trash.
the
Yeah.
fuck.
No,
played
it's
on
that
DS.
Dream
That's
Drop's
why
actually
you
not
didn't
bad.
find them.
But
Yes.
anyways,
I'm going to force this point. We have a world. Everyone dies, and you get to play a game where you have 7 days. 7 days.
7 days.
To complete missions and like come back to life.
God. What if the ring girl came out of that billboard?
Oh my god! I'm waiting for
I'd
the
watch that
Halloween.
one.
I'm,
I would have loved to watch that one.
I'm waiting for the October edition of The World Ends With You. But 7
Goodness.
days to like fight against the undead universe
Yep.
in missions that you were given via your cell phone to
And-
then like achieve resurrection, which of course, as genies go, does not go to plan.
Nope. Very much a plot twist on that, and the you got this power system in this in the animation. They don't explain it at all. Although Zod could tell you because he looked in depth. Yeah, the pin system, which is the power
Yeah.
system, which you got psychs that you like fire, lightning, ice, or just kinetically
Every
moving
character
objects.
has their own like little special power, but our main character has all the powers. Of course, JRPGs. The way he gets them though is little pins that he might put on his shirt or something.
Which in the animation you can see flashes of, but they never really
Which was
explained
very
it at all.
confusing at first. I
So-
did not understand that.
Those are his pins like evolving.
Yeah, which is
but
a nice
they never
little
explain
Easter
it.
egg for people who know. But
Yeah.
I knew nothing, so I was confused as fuck.
No. There's a whole pin evolution system in the game, but we don't have to get into that at all. But that's kind of the basis of the plot, and then you follow these characters around, and let me
One
just
week
tell you.
becomes 2 weeks becomes 3.
Well, it's only supposed to last a week, and so you're like, oh, is the game going to end in a week? Oh, that's crazy, but no plot twist.
does. It ends in a week, and then we just do it again.
Just do it again.
2 more times in the anime.
I mean, in the
It
game
goes on
too. It
for a
happens in
whole
the game.
goddamn month.
Pretty much. All right. That's kind of the basic plot recast, and we'll probably talk about spoilery stuff from here on out. So just be prepared.
Yep. Big asshole spoiler warning. We're gonna talk about everything that happens.
Because
So,
crazy stuff happens. Is great.
preliminary decisions. How do y'all feel about the whole show / game / franchise? I enjoyed it. It was kind of B tier anime, but it was a good time. You had fun. You kind of knew what was going on. You were waiting for like the big spoilers or the big swerves, and they kind of paid off for what they were. It was a good time. It was 12 episodes. Yeah, you know what? If you like the game, watch the show. Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
I literally was talking to our buddy Guchilla Turtle, aka Cam, like 2 days ago about how I hate, or not how I hate, just like it's so hard for them to make a video game transition well into anime. Like there's very few things that did it. But I'm like, yo, I'm about to recommend this one that's strange. Like, shout it out for the podcast. But you might change that. So, all right, let me know. And I texted him today. I was like, "It's not it, Chief." He's like, "Dang." Like, I'm not gonna lie,
So-
and especially because I had some extra time before the podcast. So I was like, you know what? And maybe I felt sometimes. I think I might be a little bit prejudiced because I looked into the games like Zog did as well. I was like, these games seem so much better than this anime. And like, I looked into the lore and stuff, and I was like, yo, like, the anime way under-explained this.
Yes.
So I
yes, it
like.
did.
And I feel like if I hadn't known that, I'd probably be like, yeah, this is a solid, like, C for me, like a C. But now that I, like, understand that it literally, like, and how big and important this franchise is to people, which I didn't know either, I'm like, the anime kind of, like, pooped the bed. Like, kind of didn't, like, I mean, for what it was, I mean, I guess,
I mean,
but,
it's
like,
not Super Mario Brothers, but
yeah, but it's also
No,
no
yeah.
Darwin's Game either, which like did a good job adapting the game and like King's Raid and other things like that. Like,
Danganronpa, did that do well? The animation?
Danganronpa was pretty good.
Okay.
It got an adaptation for the first game and the third game, but the third game got movies instead of series.
yeah, I mean, like, heck,
It was no like dot hack or anything.
No.
yeah, it was definitely
was
no
a
dot
big
hack.
franchise.
Hold on.
but-
I guess you could kind of compare it, but the dot hack story literally
No.
has like, this is going to be an anime, this is going to be in the game, and then we're going to do like a comic book that wraps everything up because we're dot hack, and that's how the story's going to go.
Yeah, but like no, personally I appreciate the World Ends With You anime as like an opportunity to like catch up on the story for the release of the sequel.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you don't have to play a whole ass other game. You just have to like watch this, come up to speed with the story, and then like play the new game for $60.
Yeah,
That
it's
being
kind of
said, Strange, I may need to borrow that game so I can play it.
it's
Because
actually
I'm very interested in this franchise now. I'm pretty sure I gave my thoughts earlier.
it's actually really
I'm not
fun.
even- I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I was like, before I looked at the actual sheet, what the podcast was in my brain, I was like, yeah, we're doing Weathering With You, and then when I like reassured what we were doing,
Read it
I was
again.
like, oh, so
No,
maybe.
No, you're crying for a different reason tonight.
Yeah.
we're doing The World Ends With You, the animation. Strange,
What's up?
we're talking about characters now.
So,
We're getting into the spoilers.
yeah.
Talk about characters.
Okay,
Take it away.
I'm sorry, I just gotta say it. One of the biggest mistakes the anime makes is the opening. Just dropping him off right there, amnesia, and going right into it.
Well, that's how the game starts.
You needed that opening cutscene where he's just a complete asshole.
Yeah, no, I did see that in the games as well.
Yeah. No,
It literally opens up with him just being like, fuck the world, and
No,
puts his headphones on.
Yeah, Neku's like a whole douche. He doesn't really want to interact with anybody or anything. So he just wants to listen to his cat music.
He's Shinji.
He is
Yep.
Shinji. In the opening, he is Shinji.
So yeah, talk about characters. We got Neku, Shiki, Joshua, Beat, Rhyme, and then we got the bad guys. They're all Japanese names besides the main cast that I really have trouble.
Well, one of them's name was
Pronounce-
Joshua.
The other name was Show.
I don't.
Like, I'm
you
just
lost me
like,
on that one. I don't know where you were going with that.
no, he said like they were hard to pronounce, and I was like, Show.
Oh, Minamoto
For show.
for sure.
Yeah.
Who are some of y'all's favorite characters though? I like everybody. I'll go ahead and start. I'm gonna say Show. I love Show. Show's great.
Well, okay, you totally came in and swooped my thunder.
You could talk about
yeah.
Show too. Go ahead, talk about Show. What do you
No,
like
I was
about
just
him?
I liked how he showed up like twice. He had
Joe
the
showed
ultimate
up for
fake
show?
out. He had the ultimate fake out, and he was like, "It can't be me! Surprise! It really was me." No, it wasn't. And I'm like, "What?" And his whole speech about like I've finally become the perfect, like I made the perfect creation myself, and his like random dragons. And his whole like aesthetic was a vibe, but also like beat was really dope too. I liked
Beat. Like they're probably the best two characters. Like Beat and Show. Just I don't know what it was. Beat made me laugh so much. I honestly didn't expect to laugh while watching this because the game doesn't really give you a whole opportunity to laugh. It's not a comedy. But I did laugh a lot. Not a lot, but
again, with the anime, I got bored. But looking up the stuff for the game, I really wanted to play the game. Finding out about certain character stories, I feel like if I played the game, Beat and Neku would easily be some of my favorite characters.
Mm-hmm. So that is one thing I wanted to talk about. Just kind of side segue before we get to Kelz's favorite character or least favorite, whatever. Look, I did want to talk about this because it's an interesting medium in bringing a DS game kind of plot and basically crunching it together. So I kind of wanted to just kind of look at it. And you can definitely tell because, especially at the beginning, it feels rushed. Where you don't have the time in between segments, or literally in the middle, literally in the middle of the game with Joshua, there's a whole not side story. It's part of the main plot of 2 noodle shops, and the guy who was trying to sell the pins at the beginning of the game is running the noodle shop. But they don't do that here. So I was like, huh, that's interesting. But Kelz, who's your favorite character?
Noodle shop guy.
Nah, man, you ain't ready for this. My favorite character is it's Shoka Shikamure. Shikaramne. Yeah, that one. She's a cute cat goth girl from the brand new game.
Look, bro.
From the brand new one? Okay,
yeah,
that's
from the
an instant
sequel.
buy. I'm in.
But no bullshit. It's a combo between. I really like Beat. We had a strong main cast. But supporting characters, I really liked Kariya, the red-headed Reaper. That's always a bro.
Oh yeah, yeah, he was pretty good
after playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
He was fun, and also Shiki. Shiki was pretty great. Not quite a damsel in distress.
No, she can handle.
Shiki's probably my third favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Watching the show, I was just like, okay, so boring love interest things. You're gonna get kidnapped.
Which she did.
She did. But that's the thing. I feel like the show downplayed this stuff a little bit because when I'm reading and looking up videos about the actual game and everything, it seemed a lot more like she wasn't quite a love interest, but more of the first companion and friend this guy has actually had.
Oh, when that moment happens in the game,
but it was the same kind of oh fuck.
When that moment happens in the game, I was literally staring at the screen no, no,
Shiki, no.
It was.
I also say I like the little touch where you don't get to see her real face.
Did she die in the games?
No.
Yes, entirely.
No, okay, so nothing that happens in the animation, nothing truly different happens in the animation versus the game. We all get to the same plot points. They don't. It's just the way we get there is different. That's something I was going to talk about in the different sections. I don't know if y'all want to go ahead and talk about that now.
But you just said that. I was curious because you said the part in what was the part in the games that had you Shiki?
That was when Shiki got basically abducted, taken away from Neku as the entry fee for the next game.
Yeah. Okay.
No, in the game you're what?
Probably because we get to spend more time with that dynamic and investing in the relationship of them as partners, along with just time as her as a useful character in your party.
And I think that's the biggest problem with the show is time. They're rushing through so much. They have to get through a month's worth of everyday events in 12 episodes.
I did hurt my neck a little bit watching it because it was
it gave me whiplash.
Not that I enjoyed it any less. What's that, Static?
Hmm?
What'd you say?
Pardon? I said I wasn't that pressed about it.
Okay.
I was just granted. I am going to go back and play the games. So I probably will
Really?
be very mad. Yes, because I needed something like I need something to hold me over until Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out because it's coming out. Like anybody says.
In like 20 years.
Yeah,
Well,
so I'm like,
So the first World Ends With You game, it's like a 2D. If you want Kingdom Hearts style, the sequel is actually more probably going to play like Kingdom Hearts, I believe.
yeah, no, that's what I was
excited
getting. I was
to play
getting
it.
Neo. I wasn't gonna go back and
Yeah, no, you
play.
don't need
Oh,
it.
yeah, I was just gonna
We
play
just
Neo.
watched the first game.
Yeah, so
I'm not saying you can play the first
I
game.
already saw
It's
the
fine.
best timeline.
You can play the first game. Like, it works fine. Just don't play it in handheld mode. Play it on the TV. Just trust me on that one.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be doing this. You're gonna be like trying to swipe at the screen. And it's not gonna work. You're like, ah.
It's so dope though that they made a game that utilized like the whole functionality of the DS. Like I remember back in Mario Kart when you had them blow into the mic to like make the balloons like fill with air.
Weird ass peripheral implementation.
That was my
Yeah,
jam.
man.
Like that
Yeah,
was my
man.
jam. The DS was like peak, like handheld. I feel like. Give me that back.
No, but
Nintendo just has a weird way about trying weird shit with all of the money behind Nintendo. Like, we're gonna make you have to blow into your microphone for the next generation of handheld gaming, and you're gonna fucking like it.
Or else.
oh, you wanted a new Star Fox game?
Everyone
How about
around you
we
is
make
gonna
you
tell
use?
what games you're playing.
You want a new Star Fox game? How about we make you use the Wii Pad in order to aim? Huh?
My-
Want that?
my
No,
God.
too
And
bad.
that's why nobody bought a Wii U because that was ass.
Yeah.
Look, Wii U is not that bad.
But back to The World Ends With You.
Of course.
We've talked about the plot pacing. It was pretty rushed compared to the game.
Again, you can definitely tell they took the plot points that it was.
They absolutely had to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Certainly from a brand new viewer's perspective, it felt a little tiny bit rushed, but overall not super extra much.
Well, it slows
Like, the
down
first
a
three
lot. Yeah.
Yes, like you get the setup, you get the stakes invested like 3 episodes in. But then it's like the payoff to the success of the next 9 episodes doesn't really happen until that.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean it does certainly slow down towards the middle and the later part of the show.
Like even the,
I mean,
Go ahead.
even just looking up stuff for the games, it felt like every character's journey was a bit of a struggle, and that there was an aspect of a mystery behind the character Joshua. Anime, again, I'm not 100% on how well this translated, but I don't think it did very well in those aspects.
The only person we see with the mystery behind Joshua is specifically Neku.
Mm-hmm.
and like even
Go
like
ahead, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was
go
gonna
ahead.
say, even the beginning, like the pacing felt weird because it made sense when I found out there was stuff left out about Neku, like because how you're just kind of like thrown in there, and like feel like the world building in the anime is not like at all like good. Like it's just kind of just here it is and whatnot, and then like as far as the people like the opposition, like the motives are kind of just like 2-dimensional. I feel like I don't know if that's like the same thing as the game, but like you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, I can certainly see your point about the whole like unspoken mystery about his amnesia.
Yeah.
Like that is a viable plot point. It's just not executed as well as some other shows have.
Yeah,
Like the
it's
mystery
also a
is
little.
Go
It's
ahead.
also a little jarring for in the same episode, he goes from "I have amnesia." Oh, hello, random person. Thank you for saving my life. Let me trust you. I don't trust people. I don't have friends. Fuck all of you.
No, he more or less in the game partners up with Shiki due to just needing to survive because
Yeah, it was desperation, but at the same time, you're just like, oh, you were desperate. I was desperate. You came through and told me what to do. You saved my life.
in the game, he's like, "How do I turn it off? How do I become unpartner? How did that work?"
And there
That's like-
was nothing like that. So
It's like that in real life. He tried to like murder her with his own fists. So maybe that's the off button we're looking
That's
for.
another thing. In the show, it looks like he's being possessed to do that.
Yeah,
but
no,
in the game, it's literally just like, if I kill her, I get out. Cool.
Maybe they did that. Maybe they tried to change him to like make him more sympathetic. Like,
can't.
oh, he's getting possessed by the noise. Like,
But
no,
that's the
he
thing. We're
wanted
not
to straight up
supposed
murder.
We're not supposed to feel sympathy for him until the very end,
Yeah.
when he's learned his lesson. So doing it in the beginning just, A, takes away from the lesson at the end, and B, I don't care. So why the hell should I care about his journey?
Because the power of friendship and his
This ain't
neck
fairy tale.
tampon.
Anyways, keeping it rolling.
gosh.
On the list, we've got the discussion about the animation quality.
Yeah. What did you guys think about the animation?
I love the style, and especially for a game, I imagine I would instantly fall in love with this. Watching it as a show, it was very fluid. It was very concise.
Well, literally,
Especially on the fight scenes, though, it was weird to look at. It was off-putting.
I say the game style and the anime style are actually pretty close, pretty similar. Like you look at the cover of the game or whatever, it's pretty much 1-to-1 of how the style is. It's actually really cool. I really like the 2D aspect. The CG part I wasn't too hyped about. There was some bits that it actually kind of worked, but then just like I wanted to make this comparison.
It didn't blend well.
Yeah, the noise, like the enemy noises, look kind of like the first couple episodes of the Spider anime.
Which I still need to watch.
Yeah,
it's on my list.
I wasn't too impressed with the CG, but I loved the 2D animation style. What do you and Kelz and Static think?
Go first, Kelz.
Oh, okay. Personally, I was impressed as like a metric of how the integration of 3D animation is put into like a 2D anime. As an example of that in modern day, I was impressed. I was blown away. I was less taken out of the experience by the 3D scenes and was more like hardcore focused on paying attention and seeing, okay, is this a 3D scene? Is this not a 3D scene? Like, we're with the like modern metrics of Berserk being whole ass committed 3D animation, you kind of get over it at some point, but it could have been better in 2D. We move on to
Berserk had a lot more problems than just being 3D.
Yes. But we move on to a modern implementation of like Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer has impressive use of 3D animation and kind of your filler buffer scenes, kind of characters far away from the camera point of view, running around, and okay, that's a cost-cutting measure. Okay, I can deal with it. You're using it sparsely. Whereas, like, implementing it in The World Ends With You, it is such like a concise and important facet in animating this entire show, where yes, you do notice the like super janky 3D animation, like 15 frames per second motion, but like you're not really taken away by the shading of the 3D models. Like everything lines up artistically damn near to a T. And that is the part that really blew me away. That the cohesion between 2D and 3D scenes was so cohesive. I was impressed.
Well, it was okay. I mean,
there it is. See, I predicted.
Static's just back there like, I don't know how to follow this up.
No, I mean, you
just
can have
like-
your opinion. Yeah.
yeah, no, I mean, like, it was good. It was. I'm just like, when you started talking about Demon Slayer, my brain, how it works is I thought about, oh, Demon Slayer, Ufotable, unlimited budget works, and then Wit Studio, and then my brain went through all these other types of animation, and I'm like, it's different. I like to see, I like to see different. I need different, and no, I really enjoy how this was a different type of animation because it can like. Even seeing amazing stuff can get boring. Like, because you're like, oh, okay. It's like, we get it. We're having an orgasm on screen. Cool, great. Next thing. But seeing this, like, type of, like, video game animation, like, it kind of reminds me of, like, what Danganronpa did, with their types of, like, cutscenes. Not, like, all the way, but how they, like, cut in between, like, their stuff. And even what me and Kelz just watched, Akudama Drive, like how they had like the timestamps for like each Akudama, like the cut betweens. It's just really cool seeing different types of animation and things happen. So I really enjoyed it. The animation is really the only thing that kept me watching, because the plot surely did not. And like I said, when Sho got his like form changed and everything, seeing that was clean, I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed, I thought Shiki's character design was cool. Her little puppet was cool, dope. Deku, or not Deku, Neku.
Yeah, Neku.
Yeah, Neku. He knows who he is. Like fighting with was dope, and also seeing Bait like skateboarding off of stuff, and then being completely useless with the skateboard. It's kind of cool too. Bite, what is it?
Beat.
Yeah,
it's beat and rhyme.
Yes. Who's Rhyme? Wait,
his little sister.
Okay. Yeah, just completely forgot about her.
36 seconds. Let's talk about the uniqueness of the art style. Kind of like the jet set radio, Japanese hip hop universe vibe.
Pretty much. And the soundtrack also plays into that too.
It's a fun universe to live in.
Mm-hmm.
What I do like about some of this is that it has this almost like clean graffiti kind of thing going for it in its style. Maybe on like some of the back walls or anything, but really with the characters, they look like something you printed out, put on the wall, and then spray painted around so that you could have that silhouette for, and then added the color into.
Art is definitely...
It just got it so clean, you didn't even see the like feathering or the spray.
No, art's a big part of the whole show. Well, it's more like not like a big part, but it's like there. It's like
with the pins, the fashion, and all that. Yeah.
Speaking of fashion, if you played the games, you would actually notice a couple of Easter eggs throughout, and actually in the final episode, speaking of pins, you see two characters that are associated with the pin battle. So like you basically play like a flick pin battle thing, and there's like two characters.
In the anime?
Yes.
No.
They didn't touch it in the anime, but you see the two characters associated with it. They didn't touch that in the anime at all. Just like they didn't touch the noodle shop.
That's disappointing.
That was
actually a big thing for Neku.
Yeah. He was like, I'm getting good at it. It was good. And then the pin shop's actually a big point with those two tan people. I really don't remember their names, but the boyfriend, girlfriend, like the tan-ish couple. Y'all probably don't even remember who I'm talking about.
Were they like, quick question, were they just tan people, or were they like Gyao?
There's a word for it.
They're probably...
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced like Gyao or Gyao girls or something like that, but I could be wrong.
That is definitely what they are.
Definitely.
That's disconcerting and hilarious.
But I know one major plot, the only other really major big plot thing that I could remember off the top of my head was when the first mission to like hand out the Red Reaper pins or whatever to make them popular. They don't just go up to the prince and make it scan his brain or whatever to make him be like, yeah, these pins are cool. There goes my cat. Hopefully she didn't press on the keyboard or anything. All right.
Damn cats.
Instead, you have to wear the pin, which slows you down, which is really annoying. In the actual game itself, and you have to make it popular because it's like the the more fashion items you wear or something like that in an area, the more popular it becomes. And then so like it raises your stats with that clothes and stuff like that. But of course we don't have time for that in the animation, so we gotta just cut to the chase, which I can definitely see why they changed that.
You said erases our clothes.
No.
Oh.
How much is this game again?
It raises raises the power of your clothing. Not erases.
Raises the okay.
I'm just
how
slurring my
disappointing.
words.
You got me excited, man.
Hey, Akiba Strip, bruh. That is a good game where your clothing does come off. Akiba Strip.
Yep.
And it has an anime. It's great.
Okay.
Send me that link.
Put it on the list for YCSP. But no, certainly it's exciting to like talk about the way that the game connects to it. Any other wild differences between the game and the anime?
Not too different. Pretty much stays on track of the rest of the way. Not that I know off the top of my head.
For the main plot, at least, as far as I know.
And they did cut out a lot of like, oh, now we got to go beat these enemies, and we have to get past this wall. We got to go talk to a Reaper guy to get us past this wall. You know, there was a couple of the wall stuff, but
and we never use these motherfucking Reaper keys. They just get given the Reaper keys.
Oh yeah,
we don't use them. It's all like someone's beat us to it.
Well, because all the walls were punched open.
Yeah, like man, what a pain in the ass.
No, that was
okay.
Like, I just went through all of that shit, and I could have just waited 2 days.
Yeah, man.
It was definitely something in the game. I don't know why they kind of left it like that in animation.
Well, because you needed to have the game facet, but you didn't you needed to get around that timing in the.
It would be one thing if you got a couple of them and you used one every now and again, and then that just happened. It'd to throw you off or whatever. But if it happens every time, it's just boring and repetitive.
But enough about the differences. What did you guys actually think of the soundtrack overall? And the soundtrack in the animation is lifted straight from the game. So
even the intro?
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, the music was the one thing I did appreciate and just instantly get into.
It was the animation and the music for me, so it makes sense that would be carried directly from the game.
Mm-hmm.
So but no, I really liked how it was like that, like Japanese rap punk era, and it really fit like the grunginess, graffitied look of it. It was like the soundtrack was tailored to the game and the design, so I really liked that.
Kelz, you're more of the music buff than anybody here. What you think?
What? I'm gonna come to your house. I'm gonna fight you.
I just want to see you get upset.
He's audio, but music buff. I'm sorry.
Offense.
We on the same level.
Yeah,
maybe, but y'all being mighty disrespectful, Strange.
The whole ass. I know of OSTs. Kai is the fucking king of them. No, I thought that the intro was kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of split between, are they speaking English to me, or is this English Japanese lyrics?
I say yes
what is
and no.
going on? But I guess to fit the vibe of the Jet Set Radio, Japanese street fashion, hip hop, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The intro fit. The general OST worked with the whole show. I got hype when we played a different song for the incredible team attack final boss moments of the show where we got the electric guitar and all that facet.
Mm-hmm.
It got me hype about it. I think the intro, not the intro, but the OST, it really fit for the show. So I agree 100% with Kai. The OST and the animation was really what made this show for me, of all things. The story was okay.
Yeah.
Kindly, the story was okay. But certainly the animation, the art style, along with the music, was really the thing that kept the show going, despite its own bullshit.
No, you could say, like, you could have your opinions. I wanted to see y'all's opinions because I know a couple of y'all haven't actually played the game. So,
Fuck is this
I
game?
think you're the only one who played the
yeah,
game.
probably actually.
Like,
I was just wanting to see
Yeah.
what your take on it was. So, no, the OST definitely Twister gets stuck in my head all the time. It's one of the
this
tracks.
is like,
Yeah.
you can tell that this is from the era where the OSTs kind of carried bad games. Not that I'm saying this is a bad game, because I haven't played it, but like, we all know the truth about Sonic Riders. But
No,
we all know
Riders is great.
Wait,
Shut your mouth. Riders is
I
great.
love
Riders?
it, but it's kind of trash. Yes.
Sonic Heroes.
Yes, like the
Heroes.
whole.
Heroes.
Okay,
That whole ass was
I'm
only
clearly-
carried by its
I'm
intro.
clearly in
Yeah.
the minority on that because I didn't like any of that shit.
We
Sonic
know.
Heroes was only carried by its intro. It was a
Yes.
pretty
What?
shitty game.
Yeah, I didn't even like
made
the
of-
intro.
Okay, you are in the minority.
Yeah,
with
you
the
broke
rest.
it.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
So-
Like,
Sonic
I can't fix you.
Heroes, Riders, all of those.
But you had a point before all this bullshit.
yeah, no, I was just saying, like, you can
Okay.
tell that this is. That was strange?
Dog.
Okay.
Wait, what
I was
my
talking.
point?
Remember,
Okay,
we're all
that was-
different.
Whatever. Who say some words right now?
I was saying that, like, I was like, okay, I guess I'll yield. But, no, what I was saying was that, like, you can tell it's from the era where if your game was trash, at least your soundtrack better have been on point. Like, it definitely falls into that, like, category. Because, like, when I remember when you said it was a game, based off a game, I was like, wow, this soundtrack is really reminiscent of, like, literally middle school for me. And I go back and I see this game came out in 07 when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, like they did a good job of placing this music to like, you know,
That
make it
era.
such a staple. Yeah. That I could go back and reminisce of those feelings that I had. So I'm interested
Yeah.
to see what Neo will do with its OST.
I am
Which,
excited
For
as well.
JRPGs, especially in the moments where they have lulls, they need to have good music for it. They need to have a good soundtrack.
Persona.
Mhm.
It's great. Music's awesome.
I'm
Hey,
about
maybe
to
next
say,
time.
motherfucker.
Maybe next time
I've
we'll
loved
cover
every
Persona.
song I've heard from Persona.
Mid.
Fuck you too.
Wow.
I know how it feels.
I know
Uh,
you just say this piss me off at this point.
Yeah, I love
any
it.
final thoughts before we
Question.
wrap this up? Yes.
Why does Shiki just wear her original look in Neo instead of like the whole red get up?
Because that's not her. The
Yeah.
Shiki we see in this anime is not her.
Yeah, it's like
image.
Eri or somebody. It's
Yeah,
like
it's her
Yeah.
best friend. So that's exactly why she doesn't wear the red getup, because that's not her. That's not her image. Like
They have to pay a price to play the game, and the price, like for Neko, was Neku, whatever. I don't fucking care anymore.
Oh.
Was his memories at first. Then when he played the second time, it was Shiki and so on and so forth. Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
For her, it was her appearance. My interpretation for the whole thing essentially was she admired her best friend so much. She essentially not wanted to be her, but wanted all of her like skills, appearance, and all that stuff. But her own sense of identity was so important to her. That was the price she kind of paid. That's why
Yeah.
she looked like her best friend.
yeah, she
Yeah.
wasn't happy with the way she looked. She like envied her best friend, especially when her best friend said, "You're never gonna be a designer like me. You're just really good at making clothes." And then she just up and fucking died. And like that was the thing that was left on her mind that
Yeah.
she paid a price for. So like that's why she doesn't wear the clothing she wears in the anime, because that's not her. That's her best friend and the clothes she made for her best friend.
so
Yeah.
like
Unfortunately, poor communication led to some pretty bad
Yeah.
personal issues.
No matter what happens, I love you. Please don't die hating me in the afterlife.
I won't.
Thank you.
Like
I
I
love you.
feel like if
Please
I
don't
do
hit me
die,
for the things I
the
say.
last
I'm
thing
always
I'll
gonna hit.
hear will be like die to
Fuck you.
fire.
Okay,
Be
you'll
like,
know
Oh,
it's-
yeah.
And I'll be like,
No,
yeah.
every time you say die in a fire now, I think of that time I was trying to like push a fire down so it wasn't like going all crazy, and you just screamed, "Die!"
Don't die. We're
I
supposed
know,
to come out.
Don't die.
I know your brain was panicking at the time. I know what you meant to say, but it's still hilarious.
But Kai, what's your other, like, you had a continuing point on Shiki?
Mhm.
Oh, I was just gonna say, but like, so when she had to pay the price to play again, did it just keep taking
She
her
never
identity
played
each
again.
time?
Yeah.
She didn't.
She didn't play again. She was gonna like revive, but because Neku
Neku
was Neku was like, all right, yeah, I'll let her go on and live her life, and I'll just play around again.
Yeah, it's just
Shiki
1
was
week.
taken as Neku's like gamble
Mhm.
Yeah.
on the next round. So Shiki was just fucking abducted, and we don't see her again until episode like 11 or 12.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
She's a whole ass
Okay.
gone. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Did you not watch the anime?
I did watch it. I was just still kind of confused because when she came back,
Did you not look up the game?
no, when she came back in episode
came
at the
back
end,
'cause
wasn't she still in Aries like body?
Because
Yeah, she
they're in
was.
they're in the underground.
So that's what I was
Essentially,
confused about.
No,
Essentially,
listen,
in
stop,
that
stop.
world,
Yeah,
she
they're in
just
the
looks like
underground
Eri.
still.
Okay,
There
that's
are two
my
different
question.
worlds.
But the final episode, all the bullshit's over. Everyone's come back to life. We finally get them interacting, and we do not see Shiki's face.
I actually kind of like that touch.
Yeah. Okay,
So,
that's what
yeah.
I was curious about because like she did technically come back into the world after the first time, so
Yeah.
that's how I was like,
Nope.
why?
No,
wasn't
no,
her-
no, no,
Nope.
no.
Nope. Nope.
Not after the first time.
Not
The
after.
first time, she's still kept captive. Like, not until episode 12, where Neku's like, yo, you random crazy motherfucker who killed me but didn't kill me but actually did in fact kill me. I'm going to trust you. I'm going to lay down my 6-shooter, my 4-shooter. What the fuck is with these guns?
I don't know what. I don't know.
But like, I'm gonna lay down this gun. I'm gonna look in the face, and I'm gonna say, "I trust you," and that's gonna bring everyone ever back to life. That is the point in which
That's some Naruto BS right there.
And people
It
think
all
we're
asses.
overpopulated now.
that's the point in which Shiki comes back into the human world, along with everyone else, which is exciting.
This really was like a mixture of like Kingdom Hearts and freaking Evangelion.
Oh, Square Enix. So I gotta,
Hey,
same company. All right. Any other final thoughts?
I want to play the game.
I want to play the
That's
second
about all
game.
I got out of this.
I will let you borrow it if you so desire.
Well, thank you.
I'm still
That means
waiting
I
to
don't
borrow
have to buy it.
Xenoblade.
Oh.
Just saying.
All right. Apparently, I'm running a game loaning service now.
I asked you a year and a half ago.
All right.
Oh my
Did you watch
God.
Fruits Basket?
Oh my god, is this going to be a recurring thing?
Yes,
on every
of course it
podcast?
is.
It is
Until-
you watch Fruits Basket.
No, even after I finish it, he's gonna. Did you rewatch Fruits Basket?
I finished Centaur World. I hate all the singing, but it was okay.
That's-
Anyways,
Oh,
final
that's right, I
thought.
gotta watch that shit.
Final thoughts on. Fuck, The World Ends With You, the animation.
Gosh, okay, we're all tired.
I had a
Alright.
good time. I would say it was worth 12 episodes. Not for the story being excellent. The story was pretty okay.
Mhm.
But the animation and the music, the fight scenes were pretty mediocre too. But
Yeah, you know,
it
yeah.
kept you in the action, I guess. So
People
You
really
know,
just couldn't dodge something that left this much room.
B+ tier. B+ tier.
B+ tier. All right.
I
Zod?
gotta say
Oh.
that with the sorry, I'm already talking. I gotta say with the exception of like, I gotta say
Fucking keep going.
I gotta say with the exception of knowing that it is indeed a video game anime, my standards were already low. So I didn't expect a lot, and I still was somehow disappointed. So, but like the music and the animation did carry it. So I gotta say, if you played the game, I probably wouldn't watch it. I would just keep doing what you did because it's like the lesser experience. But I'm happy that I did experience this because not all experiences have to be good.
My God.
I don't know what to make of that, but okay. My whole thing with this is I just think this is a poor adaptation. If they came out with another version of this, it'd maybe give it 26 episodes instead of just 12. They would have the time to actually expand and do the things they need, give moments the weight they needed. But for what we got, it's just too rushed, too much of things just happening to characters instead of characters doing things or reacting to the things that happen to them. That being said, from what I researched and everything else that I know, I'm excited to play this game. I want to play this game. I think the game is the right way to go on this, either the DS or the Switch version. But from what I understand, the DS is the better version.
Probably.
I don't know. I think it just comes down to controls at that point.
Yeah, I think it's just controls. I think it's a lot easier to control on the DS versus... I actually haven't... I think, like I said, don't play in the touchscreen handheld mode. Play it on the TV with the single Joy-Con. That works a lot better. I think that's going to wrap it up here. I want to start with the shameless plug and promote tomorrow after this recording. I'm actually
give an actual date, though, because they don't know when we record.
Well, the thing is, I'm actually playing this the next day, so...
which is Tuesday. Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday. Thank you.
Tuesday, the 21st.
At 4 p.m. Central.
No,
every
not
Tuesday.
Not 4 p.m. Central. Tomorrow, actually...
Then
okay,
what time is it?
What
right,
day?
Hold on.
What time?
I had this whole thing.
Let me plug
it up.
But I was confused.
I'm trying. All right. So tomorrow, actually, it's going to be at 9 tomorrow because I work till 8 o'clock.
What time? What is tomorrow?
Tuesday.
Central Time.
9 o'clock Central Time.
PM.
Tuesday the 21st.
Thank you.
4 days after this goes out in the universe.
Yeah.
You
Tuesday...
promoting your stream is stupid right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry because no one will literally hear this. It'll be over.
Okay. No. But Tuesday 9 p.m.
Yes.
Day 9 p.m. He's gonna be playing a game. What game are you playing at Tuesday at 9 p.m.?
Playing this one, Neo, The World Ends With You. Let's go, baby.
What
There
channel?
we go.
What channel?
Strangely Entertaining. Look it up.
On YouTube or
There we
Twitch?
Twitch.
Jesus. All right, twitch.tv
struggle to get there,
strangely
boys, but we
entertaining.
got there.
9 p.m. on Tuesday evenings, playing Neo.hack.
The
world
Watch it on
Sword Art
YouTube.
Online.
All the links will be below, by the way.
Featuring Dante from Devil May Cry.
Oh my god.
And Knuckles.
Okay, well, other than that, you can catch this product at Content Breaker and all your podcatchers. We're talking Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Podcast at Content Breaker. Kai, you have a Twitter.
Not today.
At
just like,
Static
I'm done.
Dreads.
Guys just like, I'm done today.
That's Static Dreads with the Z on Twitter.
Because he's cool.
Yes.
Also, I have fucking twitch.tv/corporate kabuki where we're playing .hack every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're like 10 hours in. We're hustling our ass off. We're gonna fucking do it for our YTSP episode on .hack. Lord save us. Also, YTSP.
Strangers on Tuesday. Perfect.
Right? Right. Also, catch the other product, YTSP, your typical Shonen protagonist, all the packages as well. Fuck. Okay, what are we doing next week? Zog, tell me.
Oh my god. I'm hoping it's good, but next week we're watching Star Wars Visions.
Yay.
I just hope I'm not left seeing stars.
Oh, you will be, and it's gonna be a fucking good time for 3 of us. But we'll catch y'all next week on not your typical Shonen protagonist. Yes,
The other
on
one, content break.
Oh no.
on Content Breaker.